Ben I Productions.
What's up guys, Jeff here with Godbolt Exotics. I wanted to do an update on something that I've actually been planning on doing for a while, and that is I've had a few of you guys reach out to me, want to see some of my Irian carpet pythons, otherwise known as Papuan carpets or Papuan carpets, however you decide to pronounce it. Had these guys, I have a group of babies that I've been raising up, and I've had a few people reach out. They want me to show kind of the progress and how they're starting to change, because the last time I shot them, they're all pretty much red. Well, they're not red anymore, so I thought I'd take them out. They're growing like crazy, eating like champs, so it might be kind of fun to check that out. But before I do that, I kind of wanted to talk about something. This is me getting on my little soapbox here for a second. I really have issues with people that just haggle you on prices. And if you're gonna work with me, I think that's great, but try to keep in mind, you know, like stuff about my calendars, like my Corralis radio calendars. Don't haggle me on prices on that. Like, I don't know if you're just trying to be a tool or what, but you know, try to put yourself in the seller's position when you're reaching out wanting to purchase something, because you know they've actually taken a lot of time and a lot of effort to either get that established, if it's an animal, to get it to where it's, you know, healthy and ready to go for you, or they've gone through a lot of effort in setting up how that product is produced, or maybe they've just taken really good care of it. If you are wanting to see if a price is firm, just ask, is the price firm? It's pretty simple. That's not a way of you're not being insulting to the person that's selling. You're not trying to be a dick. You're just saying, hey dude, is the price firm? If it's not, they'll say, well, what's the best you can do? There's no reason to go back and forth haggling on prices, because then it just becomes more of a game and the seller gets irritated. And the reason I'm saying this is because I've had somebody actually over the last 2 or 3 days that has been asking me questions about the Corralis radio calendars. They're calendars, okay? $5 from every purchase goes to me helping maintain the Corralis radio show. Well, this person's had question after questions. What's the best you can do on first it was what's the best you can do on 4 calendars, then it's what the best you can do on 10 calendars. I don't even have 10 calendars left. They've all sold, so I'm down to 7, and then somebody's asking me what's the best I can do on 7 calendars. They're doing it publicly on Facebook, and they're hitting me up on private messenger. I'm like, dude, you're a freaking tool, man. Piss off. At this point, it's like, you know, it's not even worth my time, you know? So don't be that guy. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Don't be that guy, because you're gonna make a lot of enemies really quick, and I'm not gonna sell you shit. So just don't be that guy. And I'm sure every other seller out there that either is selling a dry good or an animal can attest to saying, hey, don't be that guy, because none of us like you. Let's see some IJs. This is actually one of my males. He just shed out. He's actually looking really nice. He's being kind of squirmy right now, but he's a really cool animal. Maybe I'd put him against a green background, but really nice. You know, copper tones coming up the sides. I have not decided if I'm selling this guy or not, but I already have a male that I had picked out that I wanted to keep in place of this guy, but I don't know. I may end up keeping this one and selling the other one. The other male that I had planned on keeping is totally opaque right now, so I didn't want to sell him yet, but anyway, this male looks awesome. So I may switch it up and keep this guy. He's got some phenomenal pattern coming up the side. Look at that gold. Now this guy is an import, or I guess farm hatched, whatever you want to call it. I got a big group of these guys in, or not a big group, but I got a few pairs in when they were still red, fresh out of the egg. They had maybe only had 1 or 2 meals, but they seem to be going all right, so I took the chance, and they've been nothing but solid from day one. But this male looks stellar. Now that I have him out, I'm thinking I may not want to sell him. He was posted for sale and nobody jumped on it, so I may just end up keeping him and see where it goes, because he is just an awesome looking male. See if I can get him to chill out, dude. Anyway, let me pull out a few others. By the way, this is how I keep all of my IJs, just so you guys can tell. It's pretty simple. The heat runs across the back, but this is my absolute favorite IJ. And she came in the same group as that male I just showed you guys, but man, she is awesome. And it's kind of drizzling a little bit, so I apologize if that's getting in the way, but look at the colors on her. Super light. This animal is just absolutely phenomenal. And all these guys are really, really placid. They've got a great feeding response. Really not much you could ask for in a snake. Easy to handle, and you know, my kids have handled these guys. They grow like crazy. No tease feeding, but I mean, look at the color. I mean, it's hard to argue with that. I have never seen a jungle that has made me just kind of sit there with mouth open like I have an Irian Jaya. And the great thing about these guys, they don't get uglier with age. So the more they grow, the prettier they get, and in my opinion anyway. Whereas a lot of the other species like jungles and stuff, they kind of muddy out and look dirty. My IJs have always held their color really well, and you know, just really, really awesome snakes. And they get, you know, they're pretty manageable as far as size, so they're not going to get as big as some of the other stuff out there. But anyway, this is my favorite one. She looks awesome, and I just I wanted to show you guys. And let me see if I can get her to actually show you her sides here for a second. I mean, look at the gold. That is just so, so cool. And as you can see in the video, she just lets me pick her up. You know, she's not worried. She's not striking at me. And these guys have been sitting on heat, so they're pretty warm. I mean, it is kind of chilly outside, but I mean, she's warm to the touch. So anyway, let's see a couple of. This girl was produced by Stephen Katz. She is not an import like the other two, and she is absolutely phenomenal as well. She is no slouch. She's a little bit younger than the other ones, and she may strike at me. I'm not sure. She's looking like she's a little bit alert, but I typically don't have any issues with her at all. So let me just grab her real fast. Really good color on her. She's very light. You could tell she's a little bit smaller than the other ones. So she's, you know, but I mean, the color that she has already, she's going to be an outstanding adult. Just, I think she's wanting to take off on me. Come here. I'm doing this myself, guys, so bear with me. But a really, really nice color on her. Just an all-around pretty snake, and pretty handleable, you know. She's not that bad. Like I was saying, none of them really are. Now the male I got from Steven can be a little tempestuous, but and I'm gonna show him to you guys next. But once you get them out, they're all pretty fine. They just have really, really good feeding responses. So sometimes that translates to a snake that might come off as defensive, but these guys aren't defensive at all. They're actually really placid. All right, let's pull the male out. All right, this is the male I also got from Steven, and as you guys can tell, he is phenomenal. He's probably one of the nicest Irian Jayas I've ever seen, and his colors kind of speak for themselves. just so you guys know, I have these guys out in natural light. It's kind of drizzling a little bit, as you can tell in the background. You can see the rain droplets falling. You know, there's a no adjustment to the colors of these guys at all. No enhancement. It's just straight. And these are not crosses. These are straight Harrisoni, or Harrisoni, however you pronounce it. But really, really nice animals. I've got a few other ones, but they're all opaque right now, so I'm not gonna pull them out, but this is the male I got. Got 3 pairs of these guys, so you've seen 2. Actually, you've seen 3 that are keepers, 1 that was going to be sold, but I'm kind of second guessing that. So I've got more than 3 pairs here. I don't plan on keeping any more than 3 pairs. They're not all related. I've got different bloodlines. Even the ones that are farm hatched came from multiple different clutches, because they came from a group of like 29 or 27 animals. So that definitely wasn't coming from one clutch. But anyway, this guy's really, really pretty, really pretty. And I don't have any names for these guys. I had kind of thought of doing something Game of Thrones-ish with their names, but you know, very, very pretty. And oh, that's a really good shot to see his sides. I mean, it's funny because Steven's kind of seen pics of this guy, and he's like, dude, please get rid of it. Please sell it back to me. I swear I regret selling that snake. But yeah, it's not happening. At first, he was a little bit of a picky eater, but now I just placed the animal in this cage, and it's gone within 10 minutes, like clockwork. So anyway, hope you guys liked him. I'm going to try and get him back in his cage here, in his tub. All right. So that's it, guys. Hopefully you liked it. It was a little bonus episode. Just some stuff that's going on with some of the IJs. They're not obviously, they're still growing. Got a long way to go, but I thought you guys would like seeing them, and I really appreciate everybody's support. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the videos on Facebook and Instagram. We're really close to 1,000 subscribers, and until next time, you've been watching Godbolt Exotics.
Bell Eye Production.